Okay, so this has seemed a bit overdue. I wanted to give an update on the GTV6 project. This is a 1981 US spec, and yeah, I bought it a little bit needing some work. And this is the status. So it's got a South African 3-litre bonnet. It's got a Alfa 75 3-litre engine to match. It's also got the South African front spoiler, and with a few nods towards making it usable on the street. It's got things like headlights that have got LED driving lights, because people kind of expect that nowadays. It's got the replica CX wheels, also spec'd for South Africa, except these are 16-inch. Let's see. It's got the original 1981 interior. Those seats are being recovered in brown vinyl, I think. And I got the car like that. And yeah, they are nice seats. Cosmetically, I guess I don't really like them functionally, so I'm looking at swapping those out. Maybe some Recaro of some sort, hopefully something that matches sort of period correct. But anyway, I'll keep the old seats for occasional use, let's say. Yeah, I mean, mechanically it's been almost entirely gone through, and it's getting to the point where it's pretty good. It's got a mega squirt fuel injection, and that is getting tuned in. Seems like an endless process, but I'd love to take it to the track sometime, maybe this year. Well, actually, maybe in 2023. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, see, what are some issues? Well, let's see if I open the bonnet. Oh, so shots of the interior. Yeah, so the seats are quite nice. Yeah, so I'm having trouble with the fuel injection with the mega squirt. Actually, with the air fuel ratio sensing, I've got a what do I have? An Innovate air fuel ratio, and that thing just chews up sensors. I don't know what's wrong with it, but that's something I'm working on fixing. And then let's see, I'll look under here. So I found these sound deadening was absolutely essential with the with the 3-litre engine. Yeah. Other than that, it's basically a standard Faraday 75 3-litre 12 valve, and no airflow meter, which is absolutely brilliant. See, oh yeah, it's got a manual valve to actually set the idle. The original Bosch one not available anymore, and I decided to install that, and that actually works pretty well. Doesn't leak anything, maybe a tiny bit of oil, which is gratifying, unusual perhaps. Let's see. The other things that I want to address at some point in time, perhaps it's a little bit, it makes some noises at idle, some ticking. But the funny thing is, this engine I installed about 25 years ago in a different car. It's always made these noises, and since then, you know, I've had years and years of using it on the track in California and here in Washington State too, and it's always been fine. Oh yeah, I also added things like a row of LEDs as the third brake light, again as a nod to, you know, to what drivers in 2020s sort of expect as far as heads up that the dude in front's going to stop. So anyway, let me just start it up, and can do a bit of a demo on what that seems like. You can listen to the sound too. distinctive lack of hydraulic lifters. I'm not. Anyway, it's always made this noise, and it actually is when it's cold. So I just drove a few miles from my house to this university, and yeah. So as the car warms up, the noise goes away. So it's never really bothered me much. But still, I kind of would like to figure it out. In engine teardowns, I've never noticed any ill effects from it. So there we go. Yeah, it definitely pulls nicely. So it has, as Rolls-Royce would say, an adequate amount of power. Those CX wheels, yeah. I mean, for the period, I feel like you could not get better than that. They are beautiful. It's a nice, clear, full day in Washington State. Some driving video, so let's see. Not ideal to hold the camera like this. There's third gear. For the camera. Definitely seems to bog down a bit on sudden wide open throttle. It's just tuning. This car also has Chris Snowden racing brakes on the fronts. And it brakes well.